This looks like your typical high school football game. Cheerleaders pumping up the crowd and the players giving it their all on the field. Most schools have the luxury of hosting their own games. West Broward High School is not so lucky.
I feel like not having a home field kind of takes away from the whole classic high school experience. And if we did have one, I think more people would come to the games because it wouldn't be a hassle, going to another school to go to a football game, and there would just be overall more school spirit.
Although this school may not have a field they call their own, they count on someone that provides an atmosphere as if there was. That someone is Scott Gelman.
I've had the opportunity to be the voice behind football, be what will soon be the voice behind girls volleyball, what will be the voice behind the basketball programs here, what will be the voice behind the baseball program in the spring. And that all kind of comes together because we lack a football field.
Ever since he started attending this school in 2011, Scott has been commentating every single football game. His drive? The joy of providing an unforgettable high school experience to his fellow Bobcats.
I commentate because it's my passion. Sports are my passion. It's what gets me going. It gives me the adrenaline. I started my freshman year as just a staff writer of the school newspaper. I was writing a ton of different sports. The sports section wasn't necessarily one of the strong points. And that's where I became very involved with the sporting events. I was out there starting with girls volleyball in the beginning of the year, going into the boys and girls basketballs, tennis, cross country, baseball, and it was kind of just a familiarity aspect of where coaches were, understanding who I was, what I was doing there.
As Scott graduates, he made it his mission to make sure he leaves a legacy.
It's almost ironic in a way because where I'm usually the person commentating, I'm usually the person who's calling the action as I see it. Now I'm the teacher. I'm teaching somebody how to do what we do, and it's not just me, color analyst as well. I don't do this alone. And it's teaching someone how to not only perform well while they're commentating, while it's being broadcast live, but also how to interact with the athletes, how to ask the right questions to elicit the right responses.
It's really beneficial for me to have a mentor like Scott because I can tell that he wants to go above and beyond to make sure that when he leaves, this tradition of commentating the games does not leave with him, to make sure that the school's connected through his voice since we don't have a home field. And I take great pride in wanting to do that. I take great pride in wanting to go to every game, commentate, make sure that even though we can't go to a field because we don't have one, that we can still access the games, we can still see it, and still have great school spirit.
Ultimately, at the end of the day, while we don't have the facilities here, someone will be traveling with each and every team, every athlete, every coach, and they will say, wow, we are represented, and that kid represents who we are as West Broward High School in itself.
Scott Gelman has been able to take the fact that West Broward does not have a home field and make it his advantage. Signing off, this has been Brianna Kennedy.